Greetings, I'm Grand Admiral Thrawn. This tactical presentation is a special edition for the fans of the Resurrected Starships channel who helped to choose this design concept. The Ascendance Class Gun Cruiser is a modern warship of the Chiss Ascendancy. Our people have been isolated from the larger part of the galaxy in what you would call the unknown regions. But other than myself, Chiss explorers have had sporadic contact with the rest of the galaxy over the centuries. Much of Chiss technology has been acquired over the years, improved upon, and integrated into the Chiss military. These vessels entered service when the Galactic Empire began its rise to power. Some of its design features bear a passing resemblance to the old Republic concepts. This is an example of convergent design evolution, which allows for efficient turret placement. Let us focus on this ship's most prominent features, the gun turrets. As you can see, these energy weapons are similar to what you know as turbolasers. While the concept is similar, the technology is slightly different. The Chiss have never been able to utilize large sums of Tabana gas, an essential element in the weapons for the rest of the galaxy. Instead of firing a packet of plasma, our weapons fire has a solid object that is energized with an outer layer of ions. These are known as masers, but they are also called characks. This hybrid plasma weapon has some electronics disabling ability, more so than a turbolaser, but less than the ion weapons used by the rest of the galaxy. The raw damage of a charac is slightly less than the plasma-based lasers, but because of the solid projectile, it is more effective at longer range. The placement for the charac turrets on this ship is optimized. From any position, 75% of this vessel's weapons are capable of hitting a target, as shown in this tactical graphic. Those of you with astute tactical minds will have already noticed that these turrets, especially the large ones, would be very susceptible to surgical strikes due to their prominent exposure. For this reason, redundant overlapping shield generators are placed in a way to provide maximum protection to the weapons. Each shield generator would need to be overcome with sheer firepower to attack the hull of the ship. Surgical strikes are largely ineffective against this vessel. However, for point defense against strike craft and torpedoes, there are a number of fast-tracking, rapid-fire charac turrets placed at key points on the hull. This ship has one other weapon system, which is considered more exotic than most. It outlines further why strike craft attacks are relatively ineffective. The weapon is called a coronet. As you can see, coronets are an expanding ion-charged net, which are fired from these warhead launchers. This net entangles fighters or other small vessels, and can usually disable them. This vessel does not use fighters or strike craft, but it does have a hangar bay here for other small support craft. The Chiss do not use fighters as liberally as the rest of the galaxy. Fighters would be largely ineffective against a vessel like this. Fighters with hyperdrive ability and shields, however, would justify the use of carrier vessels, but such technology was a bit rare in the era that this ship entered service. If I were to compare this vessel to more well-known ones, although its size is comparable to a Rendili Stardrive Dreadnought, it is far more combat effective due to its design. It is on par with a Victory-class Star Destroyer. And although the maneuverability of this vessel is quite superior, its acceleration and speed is less than optimal when compared to some Imperial warships. Also, in the beginning of its service life, the Ascendance class was an expensive ship to build and maintain for the Ascendancy, but over the years its effectiveness justified the expense, and the infrastructure to maintain a fleet of these allowed for their mass deployment, a necessity in the unknown regions, which is full of dangers and threats. This concludes my presentation. The owner of this YouTube channel would like to convey his gratitude for the supporters on Patreon. New patrons are Tyler, Stephen Sherrill, Timothy Mayfield, Samantha Quinones, and OBDM. Thank you for your attention. To be notified of more content, I advise that you subscribe to this channel and use the notification bell. And remember to be astute, efficient, and strategic in all your goals.